welcome back to the channel, YouTube. Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show for another episode of our MLB The Show 22 Phillies franchise mode. It's episode what? 5? 5 right now? It's episode 5. Okay, episode 5. Last episode, Bryson Stott made his Phillies debut. You love to see it. And right now, we're in the draft. Broderick Jones, 18-year-old righty. He's got some ability to pitch right there. He's going to be our first pick here in the first round. In the third round, maybe? I know we lost some picks to, third round, 16th overall pick. We're going to take in Salvatore Ramirez, the left fielder. He's 19 years old. He's 6'5". Dude's a monster. 6'5" outfielder. All right. Coming out later in round 4, the Phillies are going after Darren Baisley, the third baseman. He's 18 years old. He's a third baseman, first baseman kind of guy. And I mean, I'm not sure how many of these prospects are actually going to be on our team in the future. Because you got to think, we have a pretty stacked team. We have an infield that's good to go. You know, we have Rhys Hoskins. I mean, he's 30, so he's not going to be here forever. But we have Alec Boehm to shift over. We have Stott. We have Ellie De La Cruz. So we have some pieces to work with right now to kind of build an infield with. We also have William the kid out of Venezuela, the 18-year-old out of Venezuela at the Phillies side. They have him as well. So, I mean, future shortstop, second base, third baseman, the whole 9 yards right there. And taking a look here at everyone's potential, and it's just going to be, Broderick Jones. Of course, he's going to be the best guy, but who knows? We have a pretty solid team. I think a lot of these guys are going to be depth, maybe some trade bait later down the line. Or yeah, probably trade bait, or just some good minor league depth to have. Build up the farm system. Just have an absolute stud farm system. But we're taking on the Angels. Taking on the Angels right now. Mike Trout, the hometown kid, you love to see it. He's one of those players that he's a once-in-a-generational player. And I wouldn't be surprised, maybe a couple years down the line, we have some of these contracts expire between Castellanos and Schwarber. Maybe look to make a trade for Mike Trout in the future. Because you got to think, he's got himself a no-trade clause. But what team would he waive that no-trade clause for except for the Phillies? The only team he waived that for. We got Kyle Gibson, 11 starts, he's 4-3, 3.63. Very respectable season right now for Kyle. That 134 whip, not the worst, but it could be better. I mean, we're not expecting Clayton Kershaw whips out here, but 134, it's playable. Schwarber, though, can't get to that first ball in play right there. It's going to be a leadoff single. Followed up is Brandon Marsh, and he's going to line down over the head of Bryson Stott. Schwarber gets the play right here, and he gets it in quickly, holding both runners to one base of advancement. Now, you'll love to see that right here. It's a 1-2 count. That's going to be a ground ball to Alec Boehm. Going to third. And over to first base. Not in time. That's going to be an error on Gene Segura. Jeez Louise, who needs defense with this offense? Am I right, though? I mean, Philly's offense has been pretty good so far. So, I mean, I'm not killing it over the one run right now. But defense is brutal on this team. I mean, Gene Segura's I feel like he's got a better arm than that, a more accurate arm. So I'm not really sure what happened in that play. But Mickey Moniak, he's got the speed and he's got that. Got the range. You'll love to see that. Now, here we go. We have Nick Castellanos leading it off for the Phillies. As Castellanos sends that one to third base. That's going to be a ground out. Over to the left side. Grounds out. First out of the inning. Now up next, we have Bryce Harper banging the 2-hole, and Harper gets a perfect. Sends that one to deep center field. That center fielder is back, and he's not going to catch that one off of the batter's eye. That's going to be a game-tying home run right there for Bryce Harper. Pablo Sandoval, not the happiest player right now. 19th on the season for Bryce Harper, as he's had himself definitely an all-star caliber year. You'll love to see just the power he brings every at-bat. He's one of those batters where you stop what you're doing. It's Patrick Sandoval, not Pablo. Wrong Sandoval. But he's one of those batters where you just stop and you watch to see what he's doing. Now, following that Harper home run, Hoskins grounds that one through the hole between the shortstop and the third baseman. And up comes Kyle Schwarber, and Schwarber cannot check his swing. They're saying he went around for the strikeout. Now Hoskins on first. 2 outs here in the inning with JT up. JT's going to pop up that two-seam fastball to center field. Mike Trout's got it for out number 3. On the second inning now, Taylor Ward leading it off, and Ward pops down right up to Kyle. Kyle Gibson settling underneath of it with the catch. That's going to be out number 1 here in the second inning for the Phillies. Joe Adell coming up. Joe Adell batting .209, not the strongest of batting averages for the former first ranked prospect in their farm system, as he flies out to Kyle Schwarber. Max Stacy up now, and Stacy swinging a miss on that Gibson pitch. That's going to be a punch out for Kyle Gibson. I believe the first of the game for the veteran righty. And now here we go. Mean Gene, the hit machine's going to come up, and Gene puts down on the ground right to Rendon, who's going to fire that one over to first base in time for out number 1. So Sandoval, after allowing a home run, a walk, or a home run, a base hit, needs to calm down this inning. Maybe try to limit that pitch count a bit as Bryson Stott gets jammed on that one. 69 contact, 31 power versus lefties. Absolutely abysmal. Just batting stats against the lefty pitching right there. You hate to see it. Now, Alec Bohm, swinging a miss. Bohm goes down swinging, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Phillies right now. Sandoval does what he needs to do. Kyle Gibson taking on David Fletcher, and Fletcher's going to ground this one to Alec Bohm. Bohm firing, pulls Hoskins off the bag. And that's going to be an error on Alec Bohm. Second error in 3 innings of play. Matt Duffy up now, and Duffy flies this one to right, and Harper ranges in for it for out number 1. So one away here for Brandon Marsh with one on, and Marsh checks that one go by swinging. You'll love to see that. Just absolutely looking. Mike Trout tries to check the swing, but it's called strike 3 anyway. And 2 punch-outs end the inning for the Angels as Gibson is cruising through it. 2 errors for the day for the Phillies, so not looking great defensively, but who needs defense? We have Mickey Moniak chopping this one to the catcher, and Moniak will beat it out. You'll love to see that right there. Infield single for Mickey Moniak. Now Castellanos up, and Castellanos takes that low outside curveball to the warning track. Absolute warning track power right there for Nick Castellanos. I mean, you hate to see that. You hate to see warning track power. Bryce Harper puts that one in the hole between the second baseman and the first baseman. Moniak probably could have gone to third on that one, especially with that throw, but he holds up at second base on the single. Now Rhys Hoskins up, and Hoskins tanks that one to left. Runners are holding up at their bases as that's just a deep fly out to left field. And a perfect throw by that left fielder as well. Schwarber up, and Schwarber unloads on this baseball. A no-doubt shot to right field off the scoreboard. In right field, a 3-run shot for the Phillies, as the Phillies take a 4-2-1 lead for Schwarber's 18th home run of the season. 1 behind Bryce Harper with 19. So, Phillies hitting home runs left and right this season. I mean, it's not a Phillies game if they're not hitting home runs. Like, if we don't hit at least 1 home run a game with this Phillies team, something is wrong. This is a team that is built to hit home runs, not much else. Home runs, score offense. Get the replay of this. Look how dramatic this replay is for this Schwarber home run. 395, 108 off the bat, so not even the hardest hit home run. And just dinks off the top of that scoreboard. JT up now, and JT sends that one to right center field. That one gets down right there. One hops off the wall. Right fielder's got it, and he'll get that into the cutoff man fairly quickly. So a 2-out double for JT, his 9th on the season. And out comes Mean Gene, who sends that one to center. That one will be camped under for the final out right there. Trout with the grab. Now here we go. Jared Walsh up. The 2-2 count, and Walsh goes down looking for the first out of the inning. Kyle Gibson cruising after letting that run in the first inning. Technically, it was an unearned run that came on the error from Alec Bohm, but Bohm redeems himself, setting that one to Rhys Hoskins with no flavor, nothing special coming off of it. Now, 2 outs in the inning for Taylor Ward as Gibson gets on the strike 3 looking. Taylor Ward tries to hold up. Doesn't matter. Home plate umpire must be Angel Hernandez back there with that call. Or maybe it's CB Buckner. I don't know. I think it's a bad call. Could go either way. It's either Angel Hernandez for me or it's Angel Hernandez against me. Like, I've struck out on pitches that were literally outside the zone. It's like strike through. Like, that's clearly outside the zone, Angel Hernandez. Crazy. Now, Alec Bohm up after the Stott flyout. Alec Bohm will put that one on the ground and gets that one through the hole. 1-out single for Alec Bohm. Love to see that one right there. Absolute stellar hitting. Now Mickey Moniak puts that one on the ground to the second baseman, to second, to first, not in time. Phillies got some speed at the bottom of this lineup. It's not just big home run bats, but between Stott and Bohm, I guess not Stott and Bohm, Stott and Moniak, the Phillies do have a bit of speed, and even Bohm's not the slowest of third basemen. He's got like 68 speed, so not the best, but definitely not the worst. Now Harper up, and Harper sends that one to deep right field, and that one will be caught at the warning track. So no 2-out rally here for the Phillies as they go down with some runners on base. But a 4-1 lead now for the top of the 5th inning for Kyle Gibson. Gibson, who is in the mid-70s with pitches, might be his last inning, might get him into the 6th depending on how this inning goes for him. Max Stasey, they're going to say he went around on that one. First base umpires ruling in favor of Philadelphia. Maybe Lenny Dykstra him. And now, final out of the inning, be a drop strike 3, and JT's going to throw that to first base in time for the final out. Jose Suarez in now in 22 games this season. He's 5-4 with a blown save. 46 innings pitched, a 5.79 ERA. Alright, the lefty taking on Rhys Hoskins as Hoskins puts that one through the hole. Second baseman playing in the shift couldn't quite get there in time, as that's going to be a leadoff single. Schwarber now against the lefty, striking out. They're going to say he went around, no check swing for the power hitting outfielder. JT up, and JT gets down to the hole on the left side now. So 2 hits for the Phillies, both being singles, both getting through the holes, just absolutely sneaking past the defenders. Gene Segura tries to check the swing, and they're going to say he goes around for the second out of the inning. Bryson Stott up, and Stott sends that one to right. This could get some RBIs here, and it does. It gets 3, as that's a 3-run shot to right. Bryson Stott, known power hitter for the Phillies. That's his second on the season. You'll love to see that for the young shortstop. You know, it's just the kind of thing we're just got to let him play through it. You know, he's a young player. He might not have the best stats right away, but you can't demote him to the minus because he has a low average. You gotta let him play through it. Gotta let him get his groove on. Jimmy Herget comes in now for his 28th appearance after that 3-run shot. Herget with a 1.95 ERA in 27 appearances. He's got a record of 2-2 with a blown save. Now Alec Bohm leading off against the righty, and he strikes out in the slider below the zone. So 1 batter, 1 out, as in comes Jose Alvarado, the big left-hander. In 22 games, it's 0-1 with 6 holds, 16 innings pitched, a 3.24 ERA, 16 walks to a very wild 16 strikeouts, so a very wild 11 walks, I should say. Now, here we go. First batter, ground ball, Rhys Hoskins at the step on first base, 4 out, number 1. Brandon Marsh up, and Marsh draws the walk. 13 walks on the season for Alvarado, as he's definitely one of the hardest throwing, but also one of the wildest pitchers in the league. Now a ground ball to Bohm, over to Segura, and back to Hoskins for that inning-ending double play. So that 1-out walk kind of helped out Alvarado in the end. Mickey Moniak due up, leading off the 6th. That's going to be a fly ball. That is caught by Mike Trout in center field. So 1 away right now for the Philadelphia Phillies. As up next, we are going to have Nick Castellanos. So he's 1 for 3 in the day. And right now, make that 2 for 4 with a 1-out single into center field. Trout gets that in fairly quickly. You like to see that right there. Now Bryce Harper up, and Harper sends that one to deep right field. That one will be caught on the run. And that's going to be a double play right there. Even pulling the first baseman off the bag, that's a double play, thinking that was going to be off the wall at least. Jeurys Familia in now, in 16 games, he's 3-0, no saves, 21 innings pitched, a 291 ERA, 19 to 11 strikeout to walk. Lefty's killing him at batting 341. Jared Walsh, a lefty, killing Familia right there, as that's going to be a leadoff single for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Now, 2-2 count. That's going to be a big strikeout on Rendon. Rendon, one of the better eyes in baseball, swinging at absolutely nothing. Taylor Ward up and Taylor Ward down. Swing and a miss. Goodbye, good fella. Hate to see that right there. Now Joe Adell up and Joe Adell puts down on the ground to Gene Segura over to first base, and Hoskins has to reach for it, but makes that play. Bottom of the seventh right now for Hoskins. Hoskins chops that to the third baseman, Anthony Rendon, who fires that in time to that first baseman, Jared Walsh. Jared Walsh is the first baseman, right? Is it Brandon Marsh? I don't know the difference between who plays what position on this team, honestly. Kyle Schwarber, who's 1 for 3 with an absolute nuke, swings and a miss. Third punch of the game for Kyle Schwarber. It's kind of what you get him for. You get him for the 3 strikeouts and a 1 home run a game. That's kind of his MO. And JT goes down swinging. Theo, for a catcher, you have a better eye than that, but swung absolute garbage outside. Now in comes Sir Anthony Dominguez in 18 games. He is 2 for 2. 1 save and 1 opportunity, 25 innings pitched, a 3.24 ERA, 20 strikeouts to 14 walks. Rays and Lights is batting 282 and 245 respectively off of him. Now Max Stacy up, and Max Stacy pops this one up to shallow outfield. Gene Segura calls it, and he's going to make the catch right there for out number 1. You'll love to see that right there for Mean Gene, the hitting machine. And out next comes David Fletcher. Fletcher, who is 0 for 2 in the day, strikes out. JT with it, fires to Rhys Hoskins in time for out number 2. 2 away here for the Philadelphia Phillies, as they are having Matt Duffy come up to hit now, and Duffy chops down the first baseline. Hoskins going to step on the bag. Took a little hesitation right there. Couldn't get the ball out of his glove. Had some technical difficulties right there. As Mike Myers comes in right there. Not the slasher serial killer that hates Halloween, but Mike Myers. Myers? I think it's Myers. Michael Myers. 32 appearances, 2-1. He's had an okay season. I just wanted to make that Michael Myers joke. As Gene Segura goes down swinging for Myers' first out. Bryson Stott up now, and Stott hits down over the head of the first baseman, Jared Marsh, Taylor Walls, I don't know. Whoever the first baseman is, Stott gets a single over the head of him. Alec Boehm gets jammed inside, pops that one up. In comes Rendon, and Rendon makes that catch for out number 2. Mickey Moniak due up now. Moniak, yeah, he puts that one on the ground to second base. End of the inning right there. As out comes Brad Hannon in 30 games. He's 1-0 with 7 holds. A 32 innings pitched, a 195 ERA, 38 strikeouts to 11 walks. Rays batting with their 139. Lights batting 228. Strange that lefties are hitting better off the lefty, but that's just in my opinion. Unless he's facing less lefties, so it's just going to be unevenly larger against lefties. Mike Trout puts down on the ground to first baseman Rhys Hoskins. 2 outs now in the inning as Hand. He's having himself a pretty clean inning right now. You'll love to see that. And up comes Jared Walsh, and Walsh pops this one up. Infielder Gene Segura's calling it, and that's going to be the ball game right there. Phillies win this one 7-1. Joe Girardi, picks up another W here as the manager of the Philadelphia Phillies. Outfielders are celebrating a Schwarber, Moniak, and Bryce Harper. You love to see that celebration in that outfield back there. But here we go. It's the celebration line. They're high-fiving. The big Jumbotron's playing High Hopes. That very strange-sounding Frank Sinatra song. I listened to that song one time. I'm like, wow, this song is actually kind of strange. It's a lot stranger than I really thought it was. Not the song I generally thought it was. Because you gotta think who's the Philly announcer? I'm forgetting the Phillies announcer, the big Philly announcer guy that passed away with a heart attack. Yeah, I'm forgetting his name. It's absolutely killing me that I can't remember his name right now. But he sung High Hopes. That was his thing after the Phillies win. But right now, play of the game goes to Kyle Gibson. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 8 strikeouts, 0 walks, and an earned run. But if you guys enjoyed this game, hit that like button, comment down below.